let's start with the problem, and after I will give that instruction, whatever I wanted to give. So prove that root 5 is an irrational number. Okay. So what is an irrational number? Who knows the definition of an irrational number?
So which is not in the form of P by Q.
Where P and Q are?
Where P and Q are integers.
Right.
And Q not equal to 0.
Right. Okay. So, okay. So now, do you know how to prove that a particular given number like root 5 irrational number? I think it's a mistake here. It should be root 5. Okay. Root 5 is an irrational number. Okay. So, do you know how to prove that this is root 5? Prove that. 5 and the rational or irrational?
Rational, sir.
So 5 is rational.
Right. The question is wrong. It should be like prove that root 5 is an irrational number. So இது எப்படி ப்ரூவ் பண்றது அப்படின்னு யாருக்காவது தெரியுமா? So can I speak in Tamil or English? எது உங்களுக்கு கம்ஃபர்ட்டபிளா இருக்கு? எல்லாருக்கும் இங்கிலீஷ் கம்ஃபர்ட்டபிளா இருக்கா?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I will speak mostly in English then. Okay. So that I think Keshav also said, students from other states, students who do not know English, Tamil may also be there in the group. So I will speak mostly in English. If required, I can explain in Tamil. Somebody does not understand, please feel free to stop me, ask me. What I wanted to say was that with this class we will complete, we'll stop. Okay. Doing the 10th standard problems. So this is just as a recap that I was doing 10th problems because I was waiting for your classes to start. So now that your classes have started and one chapter is hopefully completed, right? So next class onwards, so we'll only do chapters that have been completed for your in your class. Okay. So for example, sets, functions, and relations. So that is the topic I am going to take in the next class. So when we do in this class, what we will do is we will do some problems which have been asked in IIT JEE before. Okay, I will try to select such problems. Okay, so that means what you should prepare is that you should be thorough with that chapter in your book, which includes your teacher should have first completed. Then you should read that whole chapter, not just look at the problems, but read the whole chapter. That is very important. Okay, because the concepts behind the problems are all explained in your book. Okay, so that you should read and understand. That means all the concepts, theorems, okay, so they all you should be comfortable with. And then there will be example problems to explain those concepts. So you should look at all those example problems. So plus now you should be able to do those problems which are given in your books. Okay, so unless you are at that level, trying to solve problems from IIT is going to be difficult. Okay, so you will not be able to follow if you do not know the basics and you have not solved the basic problems. You'll find it very, very difficult. So if you are all, I'm assuming that you're all serious about IIT JEE. Okay, so if you are serious about IIT JEE, you have to put this effort. It's not that you just sit for 1 hour here, but this is basic. Reading the book, and all I'm asking you to do is just do that. Okay, reading the book and solving the problems from your book, and so at least be prepared with what is there in your books. Okay, so and then when we do some tougher problems, I will explain those problems. I will do a few problems, and there will also be a few more problems for you to practice. So you should also attempt those problems on your own. Okay. So because those are the problems you are going to get in IIT JEE. So if you are very scared of doing a few, not even try, okay, so then how can you think of taking up IIT examination, right? So if you are serious about it, so you should do what I just now said, come well prepared, okay, and also do the practice problems I will give, apart from listening to, whatever we discuss in the class. Okay, so is that clear to everybody? Anybody has any?
Yes, sir.
So everybody will do that? Everybody is ready to do that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So with that, today we will again continue with the 10th standard problems. The root 5 is rational number is given in your book. So have you seen that? Who has seen that? Proof of root 5 is an irrational number. I think root 2 may be given root 2 or root 3. The root 5 is also very similar. So who has seen this particular problem in your book? No one, right? Okay. So, but this is not the way it should be when we go forward. Okay. Okay. Now, root 5. Let us say that root 5 is not an irrational number. Okay, it is a rational number. Okay. Let us say that root 5 is a rational number. Then we can express root 5 equal to a by b, where a and b are integers. Okay, and also not co-prime or co-prime. Okay, so if there is a common factor, we can always cut it out and then make those a and b as co-prime. So what is co-prime? Two numbers are co-prime if we simplify to the maximum extent. So there is no other common factor between a and b. Okay, for example, 3 by 4 is represented in the form of a co-prime. 3 and 4 are co-prime with each other. Okay, whereas 3 and 6, since 3 and 6 have a common factor of 3, so they are not
1 and 2, sir.
1 and 2, yeah. So they are co-prime. So a and b we are representing in the form of two integers which are co-prime. So root 5 can be. So let us say if it is not a irrational, that means if it is a rational number, it should be equal to some a by b, right? Now, what this means is a equal to root 5b, right, by cross multiplication. And you do a squaring, you get a square equal to 5b. Okay. So if a square equal to 5b, so a square has got a factor 5 because 5 is a rational number. Sorry, and b is also a rational number. Since a square equal to 5b, 5, this implies 5 is a factor of a square. Okay, so if 5 is a factor of a square, then it implies that 5 is a factor of a also. Because only if 5 is a factor of a, 5 will be a factor of a square. Right? So this proves that a then is equal to 5c. So a can be written as some 5c. Okay. So once you have written a equal to 5c, now this is your equation number 1. Now you say a equal to but root 5 into b, or a square equal to 5b, but a equal to 5c. Yeah. So 5b equal to, I'm putting 5c in place of a. That means b equal to, so again 5b equal to 25 c square. So b equal to 5 c square. So b equal to 5 c square means 5 is a factor of b. B square, and if 5 is a factor of b square, it cannot be a factor of b square unless it is a factor of b itself. So now we've got 5 as a factor of b and 5 is a factor of a also. So that means a and b are not co-prime because a and b both have a factor 5. That means a and b are not co-prime. But we assume that a and b are prime. We simplified, in the first step, to the extent possible, so that a and b are co-prime. But we are getting a contradiction because a and b are not co-prime. So this contradiction, because of this contradiction, so whatever we assumed that for root 5 equal to a and b, this hypothesis or whatever we assumed is incorrect because it leads to a contradiction. Okay, this is a contradiction. Okay, so hence our assumption that a by b, root 5 equal to a by b is incorrect. Hence we can say that root 5 is irrational. Okay, so this proof is there in your book. Okay, so actually in IIT they may not ask this kind of simple questions. So, but anyway, since we are looking at 10th standard, but these things, basic things we should know. When you are going to do tougher problems, we should know the basic things. Just because simple things will not be asked, you should not assume that we don't need to know them. Okay. Let's go to the next problem. Prove that. So is this clear? This problem number 27. Is that clear to everybody? How
Yes,
to prove?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay, let's go to the next problem. Prove that the angle between two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the points of contact at the center. Okay. So they are given a big explanation, but if you draw a diagram, it will become very easy. The two tangents from an external point to a circle. Let's draw a circle. Okay, and then external point A. So with this mouse and all, it's very hard to draw a line. So pardon me, okay, if it is not coming out very well. Okay. Okay, so this is your point A. Okay. This is your center. Okay, so this is one point of contact. This is another point of contact. Let us say this is P Q. Okay. So let us join this OP. Let us join OQ also. Now, what are they asking? Prove that the angle between the two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle. So this is the angle between the two tangents. This is tangent 1. This is your tangent 2. So what is they asking? Angle between the two tangents drawn from an external point. That is this angle PAQ, is supplementary to the angle subtended by the line segment joining the points of contacts at the center. So P and Q are the points of contact. So when I join those 2 points to the center, the angle subtended is this. So the question is, this angle and this angle are supplementary. That is P to prove PAQ and POQ are supplementary. So does anybody know what supplementary means? Two angles are supplementary and complementary. You would have read these terms, right? Anybody? No one knows. Okay. Supplementary, two angles are supplementary if they add up to 180. That is to prove PAQ plus POQ. This is what supplementary means. Now, do you see that these two angles add up to 180? Using the properties of tangents, the tangent, if a tangent is drawn and it touches a circle at point P and Q, what is the property of tangent? இதெல்லாம் நடத்திருக்காங்களா இல்லையா உங்களுக்கு tangents எல்லாம்?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. So what does it mean to say it is a tangent?
A tangent is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact.
So that is what I was asking you, okay? So this angle is 90 degree, right? This is the property of tangent. Similarly, this angle is 90 degree, okay? So this is 90, this is 90. So do you now see that these two, what will be the sum of these two angles? PAQ and POQ?
Yes, sir.
What will that be? PAQ plus POQ from the diagram. Go ahead, anybody, please. Akshaya, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir. 1 second, I'm looking at it.
Okay, let us take that quadrilateral APOQ. In the quadrilateral, what is the total of all the inside angles of a quadrilateral?
Sir, 360 degree.
Vishweshwar, yeah, that is very good. Okay, so it is 360 degrees. So the total of all the four angles is 360. Okay, two angles are 90 and 90. So what will be the sum of the other two angles?
It will be 180, sir.
It will be 180 because 360 minus 90 minus 90, right? So which is 180. So from the diagram, PAQ plus POQ equal to total of the quadrilateral, which is 360, minus two angles that we know. So remaining is 180. So these two angles account for 180. Therefore, the other two angles should add up to 180. So that means they are supplementary. I used another term, complementary. Complementary means if the two angles add up to 90 degree, they are called complementary. And if two angles add up to 180 degree, they are called supplementary. Okay. So this is a simple problem in trigonometry. You know that trigonometric identities based pannirukku. So you all know trigonometric identities?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because things like sine a plus b, cos a plus b, sine 2a, etc. So those formulas you should recollect and be ready. So that is required to solve this problem. So what is required here is prove that sine a minus 2 sine cube a whole divided by 2 cos cube a minus cos a. Okay, equal to tan a. We have to get the final answer as tan a, but let us do step by step. So can you try how use your identities and see if you can? How can we simplify this expression? So there is a common factor in the numerator. What is the common factor in the numerator?
Only common.
Sorry? I didn't hear. Can you repeat, please?
Sir, sine A.
Yes. Sine A is a common factor. Okay. So if you take out sine A, what will be the first term?
1 minus
Yeah, go ahead.
2 cube
2
sine cube A.
square A, because you have taken out
Square.
cube is remaining. Cube is given, so you have taken out one sine A.
Yes,
So
sir.
it becomes sine square A. Okay. Similarly, what is the common factor in the denominator?
cos A, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cos A. So if you take cos A, what will remain?
2 cos square A
square
minus
A
1.
minus 1.
Minus 1. 2 cos square A minus 1.
Okay. So do you see any identity apply? Can you apply any identity? So what is 1 minus 2 sine square A?
1 minus sine square A is cos square theta. Cos square A. 2
Okay.
sine square.
So 1 minus sine square A is cos square A. So 1 minus 2 sine square A is what? 1 minus 2 sine square A is equal to 1 minus cos square A minus cos square A, yeah, which is, you said that 1 minus cos square A is sine square A.
Yes, sir.
So sine square A minus cos square A, what is it? Any identity that you know?
Sir, answer is 1.
Sin square A minus cos square A equal to 1.
Sin
Is it
square
what-
A.
Yes.
Sin square A plus cos square A is 1, I think.
Correct. So when the plus only gives 1, when you put minus, it will not give 1. Okay, rather look at it the other way. Instead of sin square A minus cos square A, see what is cos square A minus sin square A? Nothing comes to your mind. What is the formula for cos 2A? Identity for cos 2A? So cos 2A எல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு நடத்தலையா? This is cos 2A, okay? Minus cos 2A, because cos 2A equal to cos square A minus sin square A. So that means this is minus of that. So minus cos 2A. Okay. Similarly, put it down. What is it for? Oh, I have written wrongly. Sorry. 1 minus 2 sin square A, I should have written as 1 minus sin square A minus sin square A. Yeah. So that means directly it comes to cos square A minus sin square A. Why? Because this 1 minus sin square A is cos square A minus sin square A. This is cos 2A. Similarly, 2 cos square A minus cos A. We have simplified it as cos A into 2 cos square A minus 1. So 2 cos square A minus 1. So what is that? 2 cos square A minus 1. This is also cos 2A. Okay. So cos 2A, should remember this. Okay, this is a identity. Cos 2A is equal to cos square A minus sin square A, or 1 minus 2 sin square A, or 2 cos square A minus 1. So it's all will lead to the same thing. Okay, so these three are all simply you put sin square A plus cos square A equal to 1, you can transform one to the other. These three are, similar. So each of them, these three are equal. So and all are equal to cos 2A. So the net is the given expression is equal to sin A into cos 2A divided by cos A into cos 2A. So now cos 2A will get cancelled. And so what do you get? Sin A
By cos A, which equals tan A.
sin A by cos A equals tan A. So that's what is required, right? Prove that. So it is equal to tan A. So we have proved it now. Okay. So again, use similar, identities, other identities to prove that secant A into 1 minus sin A into secant A plus tan A is equal to 1. Okay. So, so what is secant A into 1 minus sin A? So we can put it as secant A minus secant A into sin A. Let's put what is secant A into sin A. So what is secant A? What is the relation between secant A and cos A? What is the relation between secant and cos?
So cos equal to 1 by secant A.
Correct. So cos equal to 1 by secant. So our secant equal to 1 by cos. So this can be written as sin A by cos A. Secant A into sin A is same as sin A by cos A, which is, so this has become secant A into 1 minus sin A has become secant A into tan A. So the other one, let us keep it as it is, secant A plus tan A. Okay. So what is the next step? Secant A minus tan A into secant A plus tan A. So this is of the form A minus B into A plus B. So what is that?
A square minus B square.
Correct. Okay. That means here it is secant square A minus tan square A. And what is secant square A minus tan square A? This is an identity again.
1.
1, sir.
1.
Sir, 1.
So you got it. So that's what you have to prove. Okay. Very simple. All, everybody followed?
Yes, sir.
What about the others? I'm only seeing 1 or 2 people participating and saying anything at all. What about everybody, others? Do you all follow what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Mini Marie, okay. Okay. Now let's go to the next problem. 2 concentric circles are of radii 5 centimeter and 3 centimeter. Find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. Okay. Let's draw 2 concentric circles, means having the same center. We need a compass to draw it properly. Okay, so I'm just drawing like this. Okay. Okay. 2 concentric circles. One is of radius 5 centimeter. Other is of radius
3 centimeters.
yes 3 centimeters. Now what is asked? Find the length of the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. So it should be touching the smaller circle and you draw a chord, means it is like this. In these problems, first of all, you should draw a good diagram. Okay, my diagram is poor, so you should actually use a compass, you know, and draw a good diagram. Okay, so then the solution will become obvious. Okay, now find the length of the chord. So this is your chord. Let us say AB. So it is given this radius is 5 and this radius is 3, and you are asked to find out the length of AB, where it is given that, let us say this point is P, is a tangent. AB is a tangent to the smaller circle. So that means at the touching point, angles will be 90 degree. APO, BPO, so they are going to be 90 degrees. We already saw that. Okay, since it is a tangent, the angle at the touching point will be with the center. Okay, angle that the radius makes, okay, at the touching point will be 90 degrees. So this is what we know. So how to determine the length of AB?
Sir, can I?
Yeah, tell me.
So we know that the tangent to the center point of the circle is always, it's perpendicular. So we take this 3 to be the adjacent side and 5 to be the hypotenuse side, and we know that the opposite side equals hypotenuse square. Opposite square equals hypotenuse square minus adjacent square. So 5 square minus 3 square, which is 25 minus 9, which is 16, and the root of 16 is 2. So we have half the line. In AB, we have, let's say, to point P, AP, so which is 4, and double of it is AB, so 4 into 2, which is 8 centimeters.
Okay, good, very good. So, but how is the hypotenuse? You have to draw something, no, to show that this is hypotenuse. This
Yes.
5 centimeter. How do you say that 5 centimeter is hypotenuse?
I drew the 2 circles, and then I drew the chord, and then I drew the radius, so that the 5 centimeter radius, so that it meets one end of the chord, and then I just joined the 3 centimeters to the line, sir.
Yeah. So in this diagram, you should say, so join AQ. That's all. AO. That is all you have to say.
Yes, sir.
Join AO. Okay. So AO is also a radius. So AO is 5 centimeter, and OP is 3 centimeter. So OP is a radius of smaller circle. OA is a radius of larger circle, and this makes 90 degrees. So you can apply that Pythagoras theorem. The 5 centimeter is the hypotenuse, 3 centimeter is one side. Therefore, this is 4 centimeter. So half of the length is 4 centimeter. So this is the other half is 4 centimeter. So AP equal to square root of 8 centimeter is the answer. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah. So if you draw the diagram, it becomes very clear from the diagram itself. Shall we move on?
Yes, sir.
Problem number 31. Find the value of P for which the quadratic equation Px into x minus 2 plus 6 equal to 0 has 2 equal real roots. The given equation Px into x minus 2 plus 6 equal to 0 is a given equation. And this equation has got 2 equal real roots. Then find the value of P. Okay. So first of all, in the if there is a problem like this, you have to write it in the standard form. Bring this to a standard form. Okay. So what is standard form? Ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So bring it to that form. Okay. So px square minus 2px plus 6 equal to 0. So we just multiplied these two terms, px and x minus 2, px square minus 2px. Okay. So we've got a quadratic equation in the standard form. This has got 2 equal real roots. So what does it mean? 2 equal real roots. When will there be 2 equal real roots?
When b squared minus 4ac equals 0, sir.
Correct. When b square minus 4ac equal to 0, you will have only then x, the root equal to minus a plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac minus b divided by 2a. Okay, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 2ac by. So if the roots have to be equal, there is only one root, right? So when there will be one root only if this is becoming 0. Okay, if this becomes 0, there will be only one root, which is minus b by 2a. Plus or minus 0 will give the same value, right? So that means the condition is b square minus 4ac should be equal to 0. So in this case, what is b? Look at this
-2,
equation. In this equation, what is b?
-2, sir.
Not minus 2. Tell correctly. Minus 2p. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So b square equal to 4ac in particular. B square equal to 4ac. 4. What is a?
P, sir.
P.
B.
Sir.
C. 6.
6.
B square equal to 4ac. It means 4p square, right? Minus 2p whole square is 4p square equal to 4 p into 6. Okay. So simplify, what happens? P square equal to p into 6. So 1p will get cancelled. So what do you get? Just simplifying that equation. That's all I done. Okay. P equal to 6. That's all, right? So that's what is asked, right? Find the value of p. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Good. Let's go to this problem. A straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. Okay. The tower is, something like this, vertical tower. And there is a highway. This is a highway. This highway, a straight highway leads to the foot of a tower. A man standing on top of the 75-meter high tower. This is a man is standing here. Okay. Observes two cars at angles of depression 30 and 60 degree are approaching the foot of the tower. So let us say there is one car here, car A. Okay. There is one car here, car B. So they are following each other. So what is given is, so let us say this point is P. The angles of depression of the two cars are given as 30 degree and 60 degree. So what is angle of depression? So I'll change these points to B and A respectively. Okay. Okay. So what is the angle of depression? The angle made by the horizontal here. Okay. So this is one angle of depression and this is another angle of depression. So the car B makes an angle. This is a smaller angle, right? So one car makes angle of 30, another car makes angle of 60. So this is what is given to you. Okay, so 30, 60, and A and B are the two cars. Now what is asked? One car is exactly behind the other on the same side of the tower. Okay, find the distance between the two cars. So you have to find this distance. It is given that this height is also given 75 meters. Okay. So anybody can solve this? So first of all, let's bring these angles, into the triangle. So that means, so we have to get those somewhere in the triangles. So for that we use the properties of parallel lines. Okay, so OA and this the line that P, let us say this is Q, they are parallel, this line and this line. So that means this angle is 30 degree. So what can you say about angle A or B? Can you determine angle A or B here?
Angle A is going to be 60 degrees and angle B is going to be 30 degrees, sir.
Right. Very good. Okay. So there are alternate angles. They are called the alternate angles when a line cuts across two parallel lines. So the alternate angles. So this is 30 degree. This is 60 degree. Okay. So now that we know in the triangle PAO, okay, in this triangle PAO, this angle is given as this length is given as 75 meters. This angle is 60 degree. Can we determine OA?
OA is tan 30 is going to be 75 by OA. So tan 30 equals 1 by root 3, which equals 75 by OA. So OA equals 75 into root 3, sir.
You said tan 30. This is
Tan 60 is root 3. Sorry, tan 60 equals root 3. So root 3 equals 75 by OA.
Yeah. So what is tan 60 equal to 75 by OA? That means tan 60 is root 3, right?
Yes, sir.
75 by root 3. OA.
So OA is going to be 75 by root 3.
Good. So OA is going to be 75 by root 3. And the same way, what will be OB? For OB, you take the triangle PBO. PBO. This is, we have taken triangle PAO. Now you take triangle PBO. So here this angle B is tan 30 degree. Is equal to same way, right? 75 by OB. Okay. What is tan 30?
1 by root 3.
1 by root 3. And so, what is OB therefore? OB
75 into root 3.
75 into root 3. So what is asked? AB. So from OB and OA, can we determine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. AB equal to OB minus
OA.
OA. Okay, 75 root 3 minus 75 by root 3. Okay. So you have to substitute that root 3 equal to 1.73. Okay. And simplify this. Okay. We can take 75 out. Okay. Point 73. So we have to divide it. Okay. So there is no other way. So okay. 7 3s are 21. 2 7 7 so 3 7 1 2 7 7 7 51 5. 5 7 again 7. So let us take it as 0.58. Okay. 75 into 1.73 minus 0.58. So if you want to, they are given 2 decimals right here. So therefore, this also we have to get it up to 2 decimals. For that, we have to take compute up to 3 and round it off. So that is the way we should do. Okay. So now you can multiply 75 into 1.15. Okay. So another multiplication we have to do. 75 into 1.15. 75 5s are 375. 37. 75 plus 37. 112. 11. 86. So this is your answer. It's got some, they're given as some tough calculation, but you have to do it. Okay. So the answer is 86.25 meters. Okay, so let's go to the next problem. Okay, this is again a similar problem. From the top of a 7-meter building, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower is 60 degree and the angle of depression of its foot is 30 degree. Determine the height of the tower. So here also there is a plane surface and there is a 7-meter high building. This is 7 meter. Let us say this is AB. From the top of this, there is a tower here, cable tower. So it's taller, okay, taller than the building. That is why from the top, the angle of elevation of the top of a cable tower. Top of the cable tower is at an elevation. The angle of elevation is, this is 60 degree. And the angle of depression of the foot is 30 degree. Okay. So, by the same logic that we used in the previous problem, this is 30 degree, okay. And goes like this, okay. So, this height is 7 meters. So, how to determine the height of the tower? Okay. So there are two steps involved in this, because this is 7 meter and this is 30 degree. From that, let us say this is PQ. So we can first of all determine from this triangle ABP. Okay, so we have the angle and one angle and one side. So we can determine AP. So how can we determine AP? Same logic, right? Tan 30 degree equal to AB by AP, which is 7 by AP. So that means AP equal to 7 by tan 30 equal to 7. So 7 by 1, 7 root 3. So this is AB is 7 root 3. So let's say this point is PQR. So this is also 7 root 3. R. This is from triangle BPA. Again from triangle BQR. So tan 60. So we have to determine QR now. So we know the side BR we know root 3. This angle also we know 60 degree. So 60 equal to QR divided by BR. So QR is and BR is 7 root 3. Okay. So the AP is equal to BR. And what is tan 60? Root 3.
Root
right?
3.
Root 3 equal to QR by 7 root 3. So that means to 7, this is QR, okay. 7 root 3 into root 3. What is 7 root 3 into root 3?
So 7 into 3. Answer is 21.
21. Okay, good. So this QR is 21. So what is asked? Determine the height of the tower. The height of the tower is PQ. So what will PQ be?
28.
QR plus PR.
QR plus PR, which is 28. PQ is the height of the tower, right? Okay. 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 D is a point on the side BC of a triangle ABC such that angle ADC equal to angle BAC. Prove that CA square, not CA2, CA square. There's a triangle ABC. D is a point on the side BC. Okay, so D is a point such that angle ADC will connect AD. Angle ADC is equal to BAC. Okay. Now you have to prove that CA square equal to CB into CD. Okay. For that, we can use the property of similar triangles. Do you see similar triangles here? Look at triangles A, B, C and ADC. Are they similar? In both the triangles, one triangle angle A in this triangle is equal to angle D in this triangle. Okay, and in both the triangle angle C is common. So therefore, if two angles are will match angle A. Okay. So since all the three triangles are angles are matching, these two triangles are similar. So write down the property of similar triangles. So CA square is what is asked. So, okay, CA equal to opposite of angle B. Yeah. So inge vande angle B is equal to inge ulla angle A. Okay. So for this triangle there are three angles A, D and C. In this triangle there are three angles A, B and C. In the ulla A is equal to in the D. In the C is equal to in the C. In the B is equal to in the A. Okay. So you have to be careful now when you're writing the property of similar triangles. Which side is proportional அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So if you take angle A opposite to angle A, it is BC. Okay. The opposite of angle D is AC. So inge A, inge D is equal to inge C. Okay. So opposite to C is AB. Inge opposite to C is AD. Okay. So inge opposite to B is AC. To C is opposite to B. So B is equivalent to A here. So this DC. CB into CD. Okay. So they are asking to prove that A square, right? So that means here and this. So you have to take this a particular equation, that is BC by AC equal to AC by DC. This immediately it proves that AC square equal to BC into DC. Okay, so this is what they are asking you to prove. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think it's time. Already we have crossed our time limit. So there are a few more problems, but I leave it to you. These problems you can try to solve by yourself. There are another 4 or 5 problems. I already sent this question paper to you, and moreover, some of the problems are detailed in using statistics and all that. So you please try out these problems. They are not going to be very hard. We have solved many similar problems. Okay, so you should be able to solve it. If you have difficulty, please get it with me. But please try. Okay, please try. So it will be a good recap. Like I said, no. So if you have to be serious about IIT, you have to be comfortable with solving similar problems. If you have to be comfortable solving similar problems, you have to be comfortable solving easier problems like this. Okay, so because next class onwards we're going to do problems from IIT. So next session it will be on functions, sets, functions, and relations. So I will try to get a set of problems on sets, functions, and relations from the recent IIT question paper. So we will discuss those problems. And like I said, some of you are not there in the beginning, so I'm repeating. So you should come prepared with. I hope for all of you that first chapter, sets, functions, and relations, has it been completed?
Not yet, sir. They are halfway through.
Okay.
Fourth or something like that.
This week they will hopefully complete, right? Because we are talking about next week.
Yes, sir. They will.
They will. Okay. What about the other people? Yes. So உங்களுக்கும் அதே chapters தான் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கா? Sets, functions and relations.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm assuming நீங்க போயிட்டு you please read that chapter, look at the problems given in the book, come prepared with that, because when we come next week there will be problems from IIT on those chapters, IIT JEE. Okay, so we will work on those problems. We'll solve some problems. I will also give you some practice problems. Okay, so I have seen that from 11th book itself, out of total 30 questions in IIT question paper, at least 10 to 12 will come from 11th textbook itself. So if you're thorough with these, like functions, sets and functions, a couple of problems will come. Okay, if you're comfortable with from 11th itself, you should be preparing, and you should be very thorough with those topics in the 11th and 12th both books. Okay, so we'll do some problems on sets, functions, and relations in the next class. Okay, some tougher problems.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up.
Thank you, Radha. Any questions you have? Okay, thank you, Radha.
Okay.